Hi, I am Cadet JC Aison F. Damulog from BSMT Senior 1 Alpha, and I am here to discuss my understanding about Rules 26 and 27 of the Part C, Lights and Shape. And let me start first in Rule 26, which is the fishing vessel. In paragraph A of this rule, it states that vessel engaged in fishing, whether it is underway or anchored, should apply to this rule. And we have two types of fishing vessel, the engaged and not engaged. When we say not engaged, this is the use of fishing lines, hooks, or we can say trolling. And when we say engaged in fishing, this is the use of nets to catch fish through the surface of the water. And we have two types of engaged in fishing, the vessel engaged in trawling and vessel engaged in fishing other than trawling. So in paragraph B of this rule, it states that a vessel engaged in trawling should exhibit all-round light showing the green over white in vertical line in night, and during daytime it shall exhibit two conical shape with their apex together in vertical line above the other. And if it is vessel more than 50 meters in length, it shall exhibit masthead light. And if it is less than, then it is not obliged to apply to. And in addition to the prescribed lights in this rule, if the vessel engaged in trawling is making way through the water, it shall exhibit the side lights and the stern lights. Of paragraph C of this rule states that a vessel engaged in fishing other than trawling shall exhibit a two all-round light showing the red over white light during nighttime, and during daytime it shall exhibit two conical shape with their apex together in vertical line above the other. And if its outlying gear is extending more than 150 meters, the vessel is required to add additional all-round white light during nighttime in the direction where the gear is. And during daytime it is required to have a conical shape with its apex upward and placed on the direction of the gear. And in addition to these prescribed lights, when making way through the water, it shall exhibit the side lights and the stern light. The paragraph D of this rule is the additional signals described in Annex 2 to this regulation apply to a vessel engaged in fishing in close proximity to other vessels engaged in fishing. And paragraph E of this rule states that the vessel not engaged in fishing is not prescribed to follow the rules that I have mentioned ago, but they are required to follow the prescribed lights and shape based on her length. Now, I am going to discuss the Rule 27, which is the vessel not under command and vessel restricted in their ability to maneuver. So, in paragraph A of this rule, which states that a vessel not under command shall exhibit a 2 all-round red light in vertical line during nighttime, and during daytime it should exhibit 2 black balls in a vertical line, and if it is making way through the water, in addition prescribed to these lights, it should exhibit the side lights and the stern lights. Paragraph B of this rule states that a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver, except vessel engaged in mine clearance, shall exhibit 3 all-round light showing red over white over red lights during nighttime, and during daytime it shall exhibit 3 shapes showing 1 ball over 1 diamond over 1 ball shaped in vertical line. If it is making way through the water, it shall exhibit side lights, stern lights, masthead light, and the lights prescribed in paragraph 1, which is the 3 all-round lights showing the red over white over red. And when it is unanchored, it is prescribed to show the lights prescribed in subparagraph 1 and 2 and the lights prescribed in Rule 30. Paragraph C of this rule, which is the vessel, a power-driven vessel in towing operation that is severely restrict her towing or the vessel being towed in their ability to deviate its course, and in addition to the lights that are prescribed in Rule 24A, paragraph A, it should add the prescribed lights and shapes in paragraph B of Rule 27, which is the lights showing 3 all-round lights showing red over white over red, and during daytime 3 shapes showing the ball over diamond over ball. Paragraph D of this rule indicates that vessel engaged in dredging or underwater operation shall exhibit the lights and shapes prescribed in Rule 27, paragraph B, subparagraph 1, 2, and 3. In addition to the lights prescribed in this rule, it is required to show the 2 all-round red light or 2 balls in vertical line where the obstruction exists, and 2 all-round green light and 2 diamond where it indicates the safe passage for other ships. And when at anchored, the prescribed lights and shape is the one stated here in the rule instead of the prescribed lights and shapes in Rule 30. Paragraph E of this rule indicates that a vessel engaged in diving operation if cannot comply with the requirements prescribed in Rule 27 paragraph D, then it shall exhibit the ram lights or the 3 all-round lights showing the red over white over red in vertical line, and alpha flag which is required to be 1 meter high so that it can be all around visible. Paragraph F, or vessel engaged in mine clearance, shall exhibit the prescribed lights and shape on Rule 23, the power given vessel, and the Rule 30. In addition to the light, it should exhibit the 3 all-round green light, and during night, and 3 balls during daytime that forming a triangular shape or pattern, and these lights and shape indicates that within 1,000 meters it is dangerous to approach this vessel and it is engaged in mine clearance. So in paragraph G, it states that the vessel less than 12 meters but except the vessel engaged in diving operation are not required to comply with the prescribed lights and shape in Rule 27 or in this rule. Paragraph H, or the signals prescribed in this rule are not signals of vessels in distress and need of assistance.